the cost of treachery, destroy them. But we know that this process is going to bring something exceptionally good and positive to this struggle. Be with our leader wherever he is. Empower him, strengthen him the more, that nothing, I say nothing, the enemy could do to him. That everything that they planned has been dashed into pieces. Thank you, Chukwu Kabiama. Even those in this struggle that came in through the back door or through jumping a fence in order to destroy this struggle, those that are being sent in this struggle by politicians, by anybody or any government, in order to thwart this movement, Chukwu Kabiama, thwart him or her, thwart them, oh Lord, destroy them and their generations. That in everything Biafra will be restored. Nigeria will be destroyed, and through the ashes of Nigeria will rise up all those enslaved, enchained, indigenous nationalities, that they will develop in their own ways. Thank you, Chukwu Kabiama, for in your name we have prayed. He said, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa service, coming to you via the auspices of Radio Biafra London. As you may know, my name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 18th day of the 9th month, which is September, in the year of our Lord 2021. We are here always preaching the gospel of liberation. We are here making sure that people are enlightened. That is why this hallowed platform, do you know why we call it a hallowed platform? It's holy. You know, it's holy. It's a hallowed platform. You know, in the temple, normally they build a place where people will come in, but they separate and build the inner sanctum called the Holy of Holies. If you are not pure, you don't dare come there, because if you come there, you perish. Even the priests, whenever they are going into that Holy of Holies, it's not every time. You know what? They have bell in their waists, and there is a thread, the rope, attached to them. In case any of them enters there and die out of impurity, the rope we use, because no person is allowed to enter there. It doesn't matter. No person is allowed to enter there. They will draw from outside. They will be drawing the corpse of the person. And that bell is for people to be hearing that he is still alive while performing his normal rituals. So as he's shaking, doing everything, you know, killing the goats and the cows and the chickens and the pigeons as usual, you know, people will be hearing the bell ringing that he's still alive. Anytime they didn't hear him again, they wait for a few minutes, nothing. Now they will touch the rope, draw it. If it didn't shake, they know that the priest has gone, the high priest. So no person is allowed to enter there. They will draw him out with the rope. That is how this hallowed platform is. We are here propagating the gospel. This platform, this hallowed platform, we are guarding it jealously. Do you know how you guard something jealously? So that it doesn't enter into the hands, unwanted hands. That is what we are doing. Do you understand? So that unwanted, impure people doesn't enter this place. Because this is a place set up to rally us round. To rally us, Biafrans. You know, when we call ourselves people maybe people don't understand. The children of the Most High. We are a peculiar generation, a peculiar people. It pains me to see people, princes and princesses, peculiar people, scavenging, asking for crumbs from the hands of our enemies. It is out of ignorance. Do you understand? Out of ignorance. We are here in order to take our position, to take it back. Therefore, I invite each and every one of you. It doesn't matter whether you are from the Bachama tribe, the Kanuri, it doesn't matter any ethnic nationality, even the Hausas. You are welcomed in this hallowed platform in order to listen to the gospel of truth and freedom. Because this is what we need as a people, as black people, in order to do the right thing. This is why I'm going to today talk about civilization. Because civilization starts from me. That is it. That is the mantra. Without you changing, you cannot change anything. You cannot change anything around you unless you are changed. That is when you can, make changes around you. Therefore, before I continue, there is something I want to bring out, please. There is something I want to bring out. It's a preamble. There is this news. It said Joey Boko fumes as political prostitute is given red carpet. Welcome to APC. Oh, God Almighty. Joe Ibekwe fumes as political prostitute is given red carpet. Welcome to APC. That is Femi Kayode, that swore in his life that he will never enter APC. These people, I want to bring out something there, please. Listen attentively. This shows you, let me read a bit. Joe Ibokwe, a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, has fumed over the reception accorded former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani Kayode. Fani Kayode on Thursday defected to the ruling APC. He was welcomed by President Muhammadu Buhari, that is the impostor, at the Aso Presidential Villa, Abuja. Ibokwe, writing on his Facebook wall, lamented that APC has not invited him to meet with Buhari despite all his push for the ruling party. Listen, here you go. He questioned why a political charlatan and prostitute like Fani Kayode was given a red carpet welcome. His words, despite all my push for APC, Abuja has not given me a phone, talk less of inviting me for coffee with the CENC, that is Commander-in-Chief. But here is a political charlatan and prostitute being given a red carpet in the seat of power, Abuja. Do you see the mentality of our Biafran, mostly Igbo politicians? When these things are, once you read something, try to capture something from there. This is their mindset. This man is ready to kill, let everybody, Igbo person die. He is ready to slaughter. All these things he's doing is to make sure that at least he will be invited in Abuja. Now, once is that, his world, he have excelled to his, that is why he is ready to sell his own people. Listen attentively. Listen. your enemy, mostly the Fulani Caliphate, they understand politics more than many sultanates that they refer to as is it Homo erectus, living in equatorial forest. When you look at this man, you will compare him just the mentality of Igbo governors, Igbo politicians, because you will never hear them even criticize a ruling president. You can never hear them. All they do, they talk against their people. They answer sa. Dave Omahi is even saying that Nigeria should be praying for another leader like a good person, Buhari. They thought that by praises, showering praises, answering sa, licking asses, that they will excel. They don't know that the Fulani, they are more politically mature than them. They are retrogressive politically. I'm telling you, all these things makes me. So all these things he's doing, he's just doing eye service. Again, using his people, compelling the Nigerian government even to kill his people. When you look at what is coming out from this man's mouth against Biafrans, against his own people, Igbo people, you bow, you say, to the extent even his own community, some Igbo groups ask whether this man, are you sure you're an Igbo man? All these things he's doing as an eye service to the Fulani Caliphate for them to call him. Exactly the same mentality all of them have. They don't know that the Fulani, they are even looking for the people that are castigating them, that are virulently against them. These are the people they are working in order to get them. They can do anything to capture them. You know, this is a political strategy. Let me give it to them. Once you are virulent, even hypocritically, as a Fanekayode, once you are outspoken against the system, against them, they will do everything, promise you heaven and earth in order to buy you. But once you are showering praises on them, oh God Almighty, they will. Didn't you see his appointment? The minister of Gota, he used to clean Gota. Anytime, even in his own party, if they talk about that man, what of Jabo? They say, I beg, leave him. Give him. Now he's a minister of Gota. Commissioner of Gota in Lagos. They say, yes, okay. You can add toilet, join it. Let him. He's a stupid man. They mock them. Behind the scenes, they mock them. Don't you hear what the Kunle and Alhaji, their leaked phone conversation? Alhaji is saying that all these Igbos, we know them, they are businessmen. That they are talking all these things, they are doing it for themselves. They know what they know. Your enemy can never love you because you are against your own people. They don't take you serious before God and man. Do you know that this is the reason why Black Africans were hated? I used to say this always, and I will continue saying it, mentioning it, because the Europeans bribed Africans to sell their own brothers into transatlantic slavery, something that no other race has done, and they despise them, both those that are receiving money. Grinning with them, laughing with them. They thought that, oh, they are my friend. You don't know that even the white people, they hate you, they despise you more than anything. The same way the Fulani Caliphate, they despise all these Igbo politicians. They despise them. These people, they are not. I said they are not politicians. They are just charlatans. They are criminals. These Igbo politicians. No. Look at what this man is saying. You know, from there you read their mentality. So all these things are doing is just for the Fulani to see them. You know, every time we used to say this, you people don't believe. Some of you don't believe, say, no, Radio Biafra, you are. But you are seeing it. You have seen it from the horse's mouth. That all these things, he's insulting his people, even killing, making sure, pushing for the killing of his people, just for APC, that they didn't even recognize him. Instead, they go and recognize somebody that is critical of them. This is how the Igbo politicians, they are the most stupid set of politicians on earth. I'm telling you before God and man. Before God and man, I'm telling you. Because even the Fulani, they are showering praises too. They don't even regard them as anything. They don't take them serious. Because they are looking at them as people inside the pocket already. They are looking for the people, those that are criticizing, virulent, against them, destroying them, destroying their images to the public. These are the people they can do anything. Even you'll be surprised, they will bring one of them and even put him as a presidential candidate. Because they know that all these ones, they are just hypocrites. They are showering praises. It's just like you have a friends. One of them, he gives you, when you see a friend that criticizes you, gives you real advice, wherever you make mistake, he call you separately, say, you are my friend, yes, but you fuck up. I must tell you, you fuck up. If you're a real reasonable human being, you will love that person. No matter, you tell him, is that what you said? You fuck up. Who will tell you if not me? He will tell you everything, criticize you. Now you take correction. That is your good friend. But that person that every time, oh boy, even if you shit your pants, he say, oh, he praise you, he glorify you. You be careful of that person, because he is doing it just for his interest, for one interest or the other, which he's getting from you, nothing more. That is why these Igbo politicians, they can never get anything, even for us, the way they are pursuing politics. Oh, goodness me. Just let us start from the beginning. During the time of the colonial period, the ones they call the Britain know as even heady child or heady children, the Northerners, Ahmad Bello, Tafawa Balewa. They tell Britain, we are not into this thing you call Nigeria. We know the inside. Britain know that there is a problem. But as you have been singing, one Nigeria, how is going to make Nigeria great? I want you people to understand something, because this is what we are suffering today. Lack of political acumen. We don't understand, we don't know politics. We think that politics is praising you as you are spraying money in a wedding. And now you show your house, how you got wet. You think that is politics? You carry it to politics? No, for goodness sake. Britain gave everything to that stubborn children. Ahmad Bello and co. They didn't make it secret that they say we are fighting for northernization agenda, not this Nigeria you created. They are fighting for their people. They told the British, expose everything. Say, we are not interested in this thing you created. Britain talk, they say, no. Now Britain have to negotiate with them in order to bring them in. That is politics. Because they know that these people, they are with their people. They are dominant species because they stand their ground. They stood their ground. But as a way that is shouting, hey, Britain, he said, don't worry, I will bring this, don't worry. Anything, he is even more Nigerian than the creator of Nigeria. Do you see where our people started getting everything wrong? Britain look at Azikiwe as a moron. He is doing it just because he wants to be president, to answer his excellency. They told him, I think, don't worry, take it easy, let us go negotiate with the people. If they talk about Azikiwe, they beg this man self, he's acting, he's crying more than the bereaved. Is it not we that created Nigeria? You are Nigeria. You want to make Nigeria great. You will build a complex, industrial complex everywhere in Enugu to Owerri. Britain is laughing. Say, look at this stupid man. Had it been, Azikiwe said, no, we don't even know these people. We are not joining together. Before God and man, the same way they were negotiating with Ahmad Bello, they will negotiate with him completely, and he will get something highly tangible. But when every time he's showering praises, he's with the queen. Oh, Nigeria must be one. Oh, one and only one. Britain said, look at this Anor here. Come on. They sidelined him. They only playing lip services on him. They go and negotiated with Ahmad Bello that is talking about his own people. They know that this person really cares for his people. But we need to bring him in order to give. We must give him anything that is possible, anything that is available. Even the whole Nigeria we give to him to make him stay, because he's the type of person we need. He's talking about his people. All these morons that are shouting how they will develop Nigeria. Nigeria we created for our own business. They want to develop it, so that we Britain now we run away. They know more than us. They are more intelligent than us. It's what they are showing. They will say that we are master planners. They went and started negotiating with Ahmad Bello, Tafawa Belewa, who opened up and said, we are doing northernization agenda. They didn't hide it. We don't care about this here in Nigeria. Now Britain came and gave them the flag of Nigeria direct during sidelined. These people said, these are okay. You went to school with you went to school in London and America in our own institution. Now you want to you have learned more than us that teach you. You want to make Nigeria big, great, developed country, Abi? Look at this. They sidelined them. They gave Azikiwe heavy title, president, only for mouth, because that is what he deserved. He want to be, cry more than the bereaved. A bird, Britain referred to him a butterfly, referring to himself a bird. Do you understand? They went and negotiated with the bereaved people that they seemed stubborn, that look. In the BBC granted him interview, say, we make sure that we shall continue the agenda of Ottoman Danfodia. We don't care. And Britain started negotiating with them. And they gave Britain, say, before we joined as Nigeria, there are conditions. So if you can make the Sadona of Sokoto the supreme leader, the leader of all religions in Nigeria, this Nigeria you are creating, now we will be superior. We shall become the leader of all religions, one, and traditional rulers in Nigeria. And you must make a middle belt. When you draw the map of Nigeria, the north, where you call north, we start from even Enugu, going up, where you call middle belt. The border will be Enugu. Come down so that we will be majority in everything. Riga population. Britain say, I had everything. Please, as far as you belong, you don't pull out. Please. These other ones, we are there jumping up. He want to rule Nigeria. This is only that name he want to. I'm the president. Britain came to him and said, okay, president, okay, but the real power. You don't have real power. We have a prime minister. He said, no problem. As far as they just let them call me president. I finish. Britain said, okay. We have to. We said, what do you want? Which limousine you want? He said, I want just that big limousine. Britain said, don't worry, we'll give you 5. We'll give you 5. As if you were doing as that is where they started despising us till today. I'm telling you honestly. And the thing that way, that system, that mentality have been going on through the brains of our so-called politicians. Once any Igbo man enters Nigerian politics, finish. He is there as a beggar. No, he is there as a beggar. In order to negotiate, beg. The same system of this guy, Azikiwe. The same thing. Look at what this man is saying. Can we learn? Can we learn? You know, if you don't give problem, no person negotiates with you. They will see you as already you are in a pocket, you are nothing. Until you start giving problem. That is when they will start saying, oh boy, let us, how are we going to do this man? Fani Kayode have problematically borrowed his way. That is it. And he went and met, and this man is shouting, crying. When he was, albeit hypocritically, when he was insulting the impostor, talking many things, something you cannot talk. You don't you don't even dare, think about it. He said it's him that we come out to start countering fire. Fire, yes. And you don't know, the Fulani, they are taking notes. You think they are your mates in politics. You think you can praise them and enter power. That is what our leader have been clamoring for. Our leader have been saying right from time, he say, oh, but these politicians, they don't know nothing. They don't know anyararo. What would they have been doing? As we are clamoring, now they will go inside, trying to ginger those who say, nah, see you. These people, look at what they are doing. No, there is nothing we can do. Only at least give them, why not build a standard seaport in these three places, revive the refinery. They will leverage on what we are doing in order to bring many institutions in our land. Instead, they are the people that are coming down in order to kill us. Shut up. Our leader cried. He cried. He said, these people, they don't know even politics. These people are not, they are non-entities politically. I saw the pain in him, the Son of Man. I saw that pain in him. He said, the people I'm dealing with this. He went meetings upon meetings with the governors, thinking that they can take up that opportunity in order to bring many things. Leverage. That is called leveraging. Using what you are doing, at least by now, if these people are reasonable, by now you will have viable direct airports, even if 2-3 airports, standard international airports in our land, where you don't transit anywhere, you fly from there to New York, anywhere. At least. Instead, they are always begging. Oh, we thank you for even thinking about building Niger Bridge. Oh, Niger Bridge that is going to, substandard. That is still there. These people are stupid. We are dealing with the most stupid set of Igbo politicians that, and I don't know, our race have produced. I don't know why. Look at what this stupid man is saying. Now, who is him now compared to Kayode? He's nothing. Another appointment, they will give him a commissioner for Bush, or commissioner for, yes, for Bush. They will tell him anywhere they want to give to Igbo people to develop. He is a person, go and use knife, give an example by clearing the swamp. Commissioner for swamp. Maybe it's another thing they will give to him. In the Yamal-402 here, these people, they don't know anything. They think that in politics only praises. You don't do that. You don't beg your way out. Never. You will fight. You will fight. Make sure you fight dirty. Because the people we are fighting with, they don't give a damn. They enter toilet to fight. You fight. You even before they enter the shit. You're already there waiting for them. You understand? It reminds me sometime, when somebody wants to all those time. When people wants to fight, this one will come. You remove his shirt. When you remove your shirt, you see somebody now remove his shirt, remove trouser, remove pants. What are you going to do? You run away. You say, oh boy, this person, a mad person, I beg. This is what these people don't understand. That is why they always use praises. They are showering praises, even if they are killing. Obiano say, Mie Diala is in my government. Praises. Oh God. Autumn is hammering them. Hammering them. Do you know how many secret meetings they are trying to make Autumn, even to make him jettison all these things he's talking? Enter APC and even be a governor, a presidential candidate. But he's refusing because he's hammering them. But the people that are present, look at the devil mind. They are ready to fall down, lick their asses, the asses of the fallen masters in praises, thinking that it's like that you get what you want. In a situation like Nigeria, you don't beg your way out. You act. We must continue. I will go straight to the topic of my submission, but before I do that, please let me also welcome each and every one once again to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. On Monday, I'll be here with Mazi Sanworu by the grace of Chukwu Kabiam, and he will take your questions. It will be an interactive session. So you prepare your questions, if you have any, in order to ask. Before I move on, please listen to this announcement.
Ono n'ugwu gee ntị, ono na ndịda gee ntị, ono n'ụra teta ihe aka n'anya, n'ihi na agha mara ọkwa anaghị eri nwa ngwọrọ. Anyị onwe anyị bụ the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB n'aha mkpirikpi, n'okpuru onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike, agbawodike izuzu agbagharị ya nke mbụ n'ala Afrịka. Ji ohere a na-ekele imirikiti imi ndị Biafra niile ndị kwadoro anyị n'oge emere sit at home nke ụbọchị Mọnde, ndị hụrụ nọ na ozi ọma Nnamdi akpọtela ha n'ọra. Anyị na-ekele unu, anyị na-ekpupụrụ n'okpu, anyị na-asị jidenụ nke unu ji, anyị ji unu eje mba. Ihe dịka unu akọla anyị, ma onye ọbụla gee ntị. Anyị ji ohere a na-eme ka ọha na eze mara na ndị Biafra niile mara, ndị nọ n'ala Biafra na ndị nọ na mba ofesi, ka ha gee ntị ghọta na ihe banyere ịnọrọ ala, onye agala ọrụ, onye apụla ezi, nke bụ sit at home a na-enwe ụbọchị Mọnde niile, abụrụla ihe etila kpọm ugbu a, nke bụ full stop. Anyị ji ohere a.
Number is this, please take it. His telephone number is this, so that you call him, overwhelm him with calls, and even his picture is here. +234 was therefore opposed to barbarism or rudeness in the active pursuit of progress, characteristics of the age of enlightenment. Therefore, what he's telling you is this: that civilization is the characteristics of the age of enlightenment. That is brain. It come in the head. It's in the head. When our leader comes here and tell you that what we are suffering is in the brain, what black race is suffering is in the brain, because you are not civilized. That is the only thing. You know, civilization is characterized by just politeness, cautiousness, you know, being courteous and polite. That is, oh, you have a civilized character. That is what it means. So, before you organize yourself into a civilization, you must have enlightenment first. I want people to understand me, please. That is why I'm taking it easy. Let people understand what I'm saying. It talks about age of enlightenment. That is the characteristics of civilization. That is why the Europeans, they first of all pursued enlightenment. You know, as the Holy Book says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and its righteousness, and every other thing will be added unto you. The Europeans first of all seek enlightenment. The age of enlightenment, also known as the age of reason, or simply the Enlightenment, was an intellectual and philosophical movement that dominated the world of ideas in Europe. World of ideas. during the 17th and 18th centuries. Do you understand what it means? A philosophical, intellectual and philosophical movement. Forget about this intellectuals. So it's not it's not about intellectuals that only tell you how PDP and APC. They come and blow grammar. No. That is enlightenment I'm talking, age of enlightenment. Intellectual and philosophical movement that dominated the world of ideas in Europe during the 17th and 18th centuries. The Enlightenment included a range of ideas centered on the pursuit of happiness, sovereignty of reason, and evidence of the senses as the primary sources of knowledge and advanced ideals such as liberty, progress, toleration, fraternity, constitutional government, and separation of church and state. Oh, these people, they have grace. This is why they pursued reasoning. Do you know that God loves a smart person? So, and God loves somebody that is intelligent. That is why he blessed Solomon to be the richest king of his time. Because he asked simple thing in wisdom, nothing more. That is enlightenment. In order to be able to judge, to rule the people wisely. He didn't go and start asking, I beg, I want a skyscraper. Because this man, he knows that when you have wisdom, when you are enlightened, everything is for you. From enlightenment, you get every other thing. God loves it. That is why God loves smart people. That is why God loved Jacob. He outsmarted his brother Esau. And God blessed Jacob till today. And we renamed him Israel. Israel is a country today. Where is Esau? The Moabites, all of them, they are gone. They have fallen. They are people. They fell. Fallen kingdoms. Do you see how God likes enlightenment? Do you know why? Because the image, when you see that, oh, God created man in his own image. No, it's not physical. Is that ability to create, that enlightenment. You understand? That is what the Europeans pursued. That is why today they are on top. In the whole world, they are on top. When I'm talking about the Europeans, you know, Europe and America, they are the same. Because they are the same people. Americans are people from Europe, mostly that came from Europe and dominated. Anywhere they go, they dominate. They colonize. Because they, first of all, they went for the overall thing. That thing asked by Solomon in the Bible. Wisdom, enlightenment. Now this thing on our top. If you study enlightenment to God who made me, because it is good to be enlightened. With enlightenment, you can be able to achieve civilization. With enlightenment, you can be able to organize people. If people that say, look at that, is why when you see a real IPOB family member, the way he reasons is different. Anywhere in the world, forget about some COVID-19 members. No, I'm not. I mean a real hardcore, genuine IPOB. Look at it when you near him. Oh God Almighty! When you near him, you people discuss. You know, a real hardcore IPOB doesn't discuss people. It doesn't gossip. You discuss ideas. That is mature mind. You bring up ideas to discuss. That is how they know how a mature mind, as the saying says. Later minds, they discuss people. Average mind discuss events. Now there is Chelsea and Manchester. Every time it is what is occupying your discussions. Manchester will win. This and that. You discuss events. That is average mind. But mature minds discuss ideas and principles. That is how you know IPOB had called genuine Biafra. When they talk to you, even if a foreigner, if you talk with a foreigner, he will draw near to you, say, where do you school? Where do you come from? He will like to know you more, because he's learning things from you, because you are enlightened. That is what we are trying to spread to the mindset of people. Because with enlightenment now we can be able to achieve our civilization. Do you understand it? That is what we are doing here. If you're a student of Radio Biafra, count yourself blessed, because even if you didn't finish your secondary school, if you have a debate or discussion, general discussion on things, on issues, with a zoo PhD holder, a politician, you will flatter him immediately. He will be ashamed of himself. That is why we call here the University of Radio Biafra, where we dish out lectures free of charge. It started by our leader. That is why when I see people that are gossiping, only they are talking about where is a fund, this and that, I say, come on, these people, they are not genuine. Before God and man, they are not genuine. What we are looking for is enlightenment, wisdom, so that we can be able to attain the civilization being attained by the Caucasians. That is what we are doing. Because we are not happy seeing black race at the bottom of every place, the bottom layer, the bottom ladder, anywhere in the world. You see black people, they are the people suffering. They are always the victims. Are you happy about it? It doesn't matter any part of the world. Are you happy about it? The only thing that can change this status quo is enlightenment. Now, with that, you can be able to push for this required civilization. Do you understand? The Europeans did it. They went. Even Thomas Madison, he had to leave America. That time there was no flight. Leave America, went to sea. Maybe it can take up to 6 months in order to reach Europe, in order to attend and listen to enlightenment meetings, subjecting everything to the altar of reason. Do you think that it is simple? And somebody will risk his life to do that. That is how they found out, because it is enlightened Europeans that now started fighting. It influenced the establishment of a United States you are seeing today. When they hear from people, when they hear from people, intellectuals, they ask questions. No, their brains, brain awaka. It's not about money. That is why our people, our places, our villages, our culture, we have destroyed our culture. Because I could remember, even 80s, at least I know something, in late 80s at least, late 80s, I know something. In our community, in our land, when somebody is a onyenkuzi, a teacher, oh my goodness me, he will be respected, because even his neatness, the way he speaks, the advices he gives, is not about money. No. Oh, no, Nyankuzi. You see the parents, the father and the mother, they are proud to because anywhere they pass, no Nyankuzi. That time we respect real enlightenment, intellectualism. It's not what they call intellectuals now. These are intellectuals. Intellectuals that will come and speak the truth. Real intellectuals that will reason and put everything at the altar of reasoning. That is what we are trying to revive. Because without it, what we are going to get, even if we restore our nation, it will be more than the zoo. That is why here we speak every day, so that people understand what it means to be civilized. Do you understand? Some people think that civilization is when you travel to America, you are civilized. You see people living in a civilized world, but behaving like animals. I'm telling you, thinking their way of thoughts, their behavior, animals. Only that the law there cannot allow them to do anything. But look at them. Is it not from civilized world? Many of all this. Obiano, wasn't he in America? Wasn't he in America? But why did he come into Nigeria and become a jackal? Because you cannot change. No matter how you plant a coconut, the tree must bend. You cannot wash away the color of a leopard. It is impossible. The color will be there. It doesn't matter how. Use any type of soap, wash him. The color will still be there. What? Because civilization, this enlightenment, it goes direct from you. Inside. Do you understand? We must continue. As I said, the world civilization was therefore opposed to barbarism and rudeness in the active pursuit of progress. Is a characteristic of the age of enlightenment. You know, it is opposed to barbarism and rudeness. What do you see in Nigeria today? You know, anytime I reach in the zoo, honestly speaking, I am in another world. You see, just watch. If, for example, by accident you are walking and you touch somebody or you match somebody, my goodness me, all hell will break loose. All hell, you see, even if you tell, I'm sorry, why are you telling me sorry? You sorry going to, you see people, you'll be seeing mad people everywhere. Mad people. Because they are not civilized. The person might carry what is the highest Mercedes car now, the running car. It doesn't make you civilized. You understand? That is what I used to say, and I continue saying it. Also, civilization is also the process by which a society or place reaches an advanced stage of social and cultural development and organization. Every time we put organization. Why is organization necessary? Because individual, you cannot individually be a sustain civilization. No, a tree can never make a forest. That is why collectivity matters a lot, and that is the force of the Fulani Caliphate. Our enemies, they are more practical, they are more knowledgeable or wise than us. Do you understand? That is why they are going towards one direction. It doesn't matter how they achieve it. They either by intimidation or by religion, anyhow, gum them together towards one direction, because that is their civilization. Civilization is also the art of taking care of the complexities of human societies. Are you understanding it? The art of taking care of the complexities of human societies. In this modern time, it involves providing the basic amenities for human survival, which includes the provision of security. When you talk about security, you mean administering justice and equity. Because without justice and equity, you can never have security. It is impossible. That is why when you look at Nigerians or Nigerian politicians, you see that they know what is happening. They will be shouting security, security. Why are you shouting security? Without equal justice and without equal rights or without justice and equity, there will never be equity. I mean, there will never be security. Somebody will just commit a crime and go with impunity. And you see another person commits even lower crime than that, and he will be slaughtered. And you will be saying that, no, we need peace. It's impossible now. That is lack of civilization. Do you understand? It means the art of taking care of the complexities of human societies. In this modern time, it involves providing some basic amenities for human survival, which includes this provision of security, that is administering justice and equity, electricity, pipe-borne water, health care, etc. All these are lacking in Nigeria because the people are lagging behind in civilization. You know, I used to give you this example. If, for example, now you have a carton filled with akara, maybe about 100 pieces of akara, you drop in your car. Just do this experiment. drop in your car or anything, even if not a car, anything that can be taken one. You drop in your car, bring it out in a marketplace in our land. Just watch, use video so that you can even fix it slow motion to capture everything. Drop in your car, bring out the akara or the thing you want to share. Keep it. Say, please, who cares? Come and take. But please be fair. Come and take. Come and take. Come and take. Before you know it, under a twinkle of an eye, that akara will disappear. People will rush. You see one person want to carry 30 at the same time. You know, all these things are things that matter. This is how you know people that are highly primitive. What is the same thing when you see a pack of dogs, hungry dogs? You throw in some few bones. You see one of the dogs, the most strong, will like to eat all. Any person that will come, you will bite him and take all. But if you do the same experiment in a civilized world, you will see that what we maybe out of that 100 pieces of akara, it's only 10 people that will finish it or less. Some will take 20 at a time. Some will go and drop because they will put it, keep it and come because they will sell it later to make money. I don't know whether people are understanding me. They will call it now, they are sharp. They don't know that that is primitivity. They are animals. They are primitive. If you do the same experiment in the marketplace in a civilized world, you put it, do you know what? Each person will gather, this one will come and pick one and go. Another, before you know, that 100 akara will go 100 different people. Although it will not reach, but you know that it is 100 different people. One. No person will take double. Because internally they are civilized. They know that this akara is not going to quench their hunger forever. It's only what you are going to eat now and, you know. So, and also there are other people that are lacking, that are behind, that's supposed to take. So you take and go your way. But in our own land, you see one person will like to take 10 and after go, come back, swear to you. In the name of Jesus, I swear to Jesus and Allah that I never take. He will take another one. If you go a laugh, he say he is wise. He don't know that you are looking at a Homo erectus. You know, Homo erectus. Before Homo sapiens, thousands of years back, hundreds of thousands of years, if not millions of years, the early men. You don't know, you are looking at the early men, telling you that he's wise. That is why, you know, politicians in Nigeria, they steal, they loot. They believe that they are wise. Now we are sharp guy. Now loot. They don't understand that they are animals. Do you understand me? I'm talking about civilization, please. I hope I'm coming out clear. Yes, I am, because I worked on my system. I worked on it, honestly. So, what am I trying to say? Civilization is also the process by which a society or place reaches an advanced stage of social and cultural development and organization. Ask yourself, do we have that in our land? Every time it's talking about organization. Organization. You know, organization, once you are organized, this is when you can, you know, you can collectively fight injustice. You can collectively checkmate the politicians. You can collectively fight evil wherever you see it. It doesn't matter who is the victim. But in Nigeria, you lack all these things because it's a very primitive area, very primitive set of people. What we are doing is to bring light, to shine light, shed light where there is no light. That is what we are preaching. So that when you see that, when you think that increasing contracts, you know, putting 000, you think that you are very sharp. you are stealing public fund with your accomplices in the office, those that we sign, the permanent secretary that we sign, tell you put his own. All of you will laugh, quack, 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 nah. Don't worry, I'll bring the tender. Only bring the tender. I'm in charge. I will sign it. You think that it is wisdom, or you're intelligent, or you are more sharper. You are a low-life, primitive Neanderthal, if not Homo erectus. What we are doing is to sanitize the brains of our people, our brains, so that we become civilized before entering into that country. You know, at least majority of us. Do you know why Nigeria is a quagmire? Because it's only few people that are civilized. Only few people. Therefore, they are drawn. They are drawn in the ocean of primitivity. Therefore, their action cannot nothing. They play for. Look at Fanny Kayode. For him, he's a sharp guy. That is how they behave. These are primitive Neanderthals. For them, you know, they are highly. You know, they build mansions in the ocean of poor people. Round it up. In Nigeria, that is where you fence. Everybody is living in a prison, because you are living in a primitive part of the world. Everywhere is fenced. You see, one person will buy a land that's supposed to contain, if distributed normally, is supposed to contain maybe even 1,000 people. Everybody will have apartments. Only one person will buy it and seal it off. You fence it maybe 30 meters, the wall, and you are happy. You are living in a primitive world. That is it. You don't know. I'm talking about civilization, please. I'm talking about civilization. Nigeria is being forced to move towards the Fulani civilization. You understand what I mean? With Nigeria, that name Nigeria, that enclave, what is happening is they are being forced to move towards the Fulani civilization. That is what we call Fulanization. I hate to call it Islamization, no, because Islamization deceives. That word, Islamization, it deceives many people. It deceives other indigenous people that are Muslims, because it makes them to love it and say, okay, if it's like that, they will support the Fulani, because the Fulani, they are representing them. Fulani, Islamizing every other what do you call them? Pagans, unbelievers. That is what they call them. After all, most religion, even this Christianity and Islam, Christians, they call others also pagans and unbelievers. It's in the Bible. You have nothing in common in Galatians 5:19. Is it? If I'm right, I don't know. You have nothing in common between. There is nothing, no yoke together between you and unbeliever. It's the same thing. When the Muslims say use Islam to bridge, call you unbeliever. Is it not the same thing? The only difference is their own. They can kill you. They are permitted to kill. But in Christianity, they have pacified it through political process of ages. They pacify it. So instead, don't kill, but you treat the person like a leper. Religion. I'm talking about civilization, please. As I said, Nigeria is being forced to move towards the Fulani civilization. This means obliging and forcing the indigenous population to accept and live according to their values. Inasmuch as civilization has a generally accepted definition, every nation or people tend to see, achieve, or maintain civilization through their own patterns or value system. Let me explain to you what I mean here. Nigeria, you see, I during my preamble, I told you how Ahmad Bello and Tafawa Balewa, they were able to stand their ground and negotiated with the British. Britain negotiated with them. Because you don't negotiate from a weak point. No. You negotiate from a very from a strong high point. That is what our politicians don't understand. They believe that, oh, begging, oh, supporting, clapping for even when the Fulani Caliphate is shitting, they clap for them. They think that with it they can be relevant. No, they take you as slaves. Slaves are clapping. Slaves give slaves crumbs and they eat. Who they negotiate with is that person that is giving them worry. Do you understand me? That is what we should understand. Therefore, the Fulani, they are obliging, they are forcing the indigenous population to accept and live according to their values, according to the Fulani values, because we have different and opposing value system. Do you understand me? So what history, the way history we put it, because that is the way you are seeing, and this kingdom was conquered, and this the process is not one day. Some takes even more than decades and centuries. Do you understand? So they use politics, they use different methods: intimidation, coercion, deception, name it, in order to oblige other population to follow their own way of their civilization. What is happening in Nigeria is Fulanization. That is the civilization, the Fulani civilization, their way. That is what is happening. You must be forced to live with them, to give them land, so that they will practice their own way. From there, they grow up and take over your system, hijack your system. That is what is happening. I'm coming to that, please. Now, as I said, this means obliging and forcing the indigenous population to accept and live according to their values. In as much as civilization has a generally accepted definition, every nation or people tend to see, achieve or maintain civilization through their own patterns or value system. This has been the main source of world crisis. Example, the Europeans believe that modern civilization should be maintained through their system of democracy, which they are forcing other parts of the world they are forcing on other parts of the world without regards to their peculiar values. Why the Chinese, for example, are achieving the same civilization via unitary system. Do you see? Civilization per se is just like a focus. Now, different people want to go reach there with their own way. Others are forcing. The same way Fulani is forcing. There is nothing like development in Nigeria. I mean, projects of development, developmental projects in Nigeria. There is nothing like that. For now. What the Fulani, they are not interested. What is interesting to them is conquest, hold everybody, oblige everybody, force everybody, subjugate everybody to their own pattern of civilization first. Now, maybe in the next 100 years, 200 years, people will be talking about civilization. I mean, moving forward. They understand? In the Fulani, one person called one time. He said, I remarked that word. He said the Fulani in their system. This generation they come in order to capture land. They don't build, They fight to capture land through they say, oh, these are headsmen, this and that, give us land by force. They will go, they will not build. They will be sleeping under straws. They will use leaves and build straws, and rain will be falling upon them. No, don't worry. They will, as far as they maintain all those lands, from there they will be terrorizing people, scaring people away from neighboring lands, and it becomes theirs. Now it is the next generation that will come and start setting up huts, building. Do you see how they roll? That is, they are colonizing you, forcing everybody to accept their civilization at your own expense. You understand what I'm saying? We must continue. You know, as I give example, Europe, they achieved now they think that maintaining civilization, the status quo of civilization, they must force everybody to be that way they want. That is their so-called democracy. You know, this democracy they put in Africa. Oh, God Almighty. And anytime I say this, I start laughing. The laugh I'm laughing is not a good laugh. It's a sarcastic laughter. I'm laughing sarcastically, honestly. Because we don't understand what these people are doing. The Europeans, they use this so-called democracy to keep us down. They don't democracy, they put it only voting. As far as just make sure you have a physical 3 arms of government. Build the parliament. Build there is executive. Now build parliament where people will be coming to sleep and people will be coming to share money. Now the judiciary, don't worry, just make it, let it be. Nigeria doesn't have a democracy because they have the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. That is it. They know how to now do the propaganda, continue the propaganda for you. You don't know that what they are doing is using this thing to keep everybody down forever. Cycle upon cycle of election. But they are the ones choosing. They put in their stooges, their agents in power. Do you remember the revelation of Commodore Kunle Olanwumi? He's an military intelligent official. You understand? Of high ranking. He said it took them time to convince CIA about Buhari. But you don't know, when they were having all those secret meetings, the shadow world, having all those secret meetings, they are deceiving you in Chinese television. Hey, use your PVC, it's your power. Who tell you that? This is what the Europeans are using in deceiving Africa, Nigeria, gullible people. You're a Democrat. BBC was the most populous democracy in Africa. Whereas they know what they are doing. Do they respect the rule of law? A democracy whereby DSS will be ordered by courts to do something, to lift somebody, and the DSS will say no. Nigerian police will say no. I interviewed Barrister Ejimako here in this platform. I asked him this question. I said, but they don't obey the rule of, they call the courts. Now, what are you going to do? He said, we continue doing. Maybe we continue talking. Continue talking till when? Because the Europeans, they are using this type of their version of democracy in order to hold everybody aground. They never tell you that they know that Africa is not matured enough in order to hold this type of democracy. They never tell you that France was able to develop with command and control under Napoleon Bonaparte. No, they don't tell you that. They don't go that. After revolutions, there were dictators in Europe, but good dictators. You know that to maintain discipline, that maintains that revolutionary spirit. Because without it, if you leave let me do as I want. You cannot achieve anything. That is why we don't take it light with any person that is not adhering to command and control in IPOB. Because we need to maintain discipline. Through discipline, we have viable civilization. That is what we are doing. Because when you are comparing, oh, America is free, so I am free here to do as I want. I am telling you, you are wrong. I said it the other day. I addressed it. People, you see people that you think that they are intellectual, that they should understand, but when they speak, you start wondering, how can somebody compare an established government that since 18th century America had independence? They fought till now, and you are relaxing. You are free. You don't know that people fought. When they were fighting, it was command and control. When George Washington was fighting war of independence, it was command and control. After the war of independence, they went into civil war. That civil war, very brutal, is for what? For advancement, for conquering of removal of the chaff from the wheat. It always happened. It happened in Europe. Now, before they achieved this level of civilization, they went into command and control, dictatorship. But when they come here in Africa, they will tell you that a democracy, because they know that you are not matured enough in order to handle democracy. They are using it to deceive you. That is why personally I say I love even good dictator. I'm telling you, I don't mince words with it. Until people's mind, people are mature enough, civilized, enlightened enough in order to handle democracy. Now it is the people that will, liberate themselves and say, okay, let us enter into the system of government. By that time, discipline, you have maintained discipline for ages. Just like Paul Kagame is doing. Because there is no way you can sanctify a primitive set of people without dictatorship. It is impossible. It is highly impossible. You understand? That is why you see all these headsmen. It's an example. They carry sticks. They carry sticks because they know that they are dealing with animals. Anyone that is going, cowboys. It's something. They are carrying sticks with dogs following, because they are dealing with a group of cows. Anyone that misses road, they hit him, and he will maintain the line. Do you understand me? That is how it's supposed to be. Until people are mature enough, enlightened enough, disciplined enough, there is a way. What Rwanda is doing is marvelous. Europeans, they try to thwart. They try to use their media power to undo Paul Kagame. I love that man. I don't know. I love him. They try to use their media power. Oh, he's a dictator. He's killing this. The man told them, look, the people are here. You are doing your thing. He reminded them the French Revolution. Bonaparte wasn't he a dictator? But you revere him because he was the person that even steered modern France to this modernity. But he's a brutal dictator. Because people need to be put in line in order to be disciplined, so that civilization will enter into your DNA. From kindergarten, when you start teaching people, babies, how to be disciplined. That is what Kagame is doing. How on the street you don't dare even spit on the ground. You have a dustbin on the sidewalks. Anything you want to do, spit on your handkerchief or the toilet paper and throw it there. Now the child will grow with it. That generation will grow with discipline. Once a police officer stops you, you stop. It doesn't need to point gun on you before you stop. No. Only when you come, you stop. It's your friend. That you will grow with all those things. That is how a country is civilized. By that time, all those things are happening. You will see European agents that will be acting as opposition. They will sponsor opposition to come and destroy the good work of that person. They will be using their media power. Oh, this person is not democratic. Oh, it's this and that. In order to destroy what the person is building. But we understand it. Civilization, without maintenance of organization, without discipline, you can never achieve civilization. You know, our people, they enjoy already made. They always love already made. They don't know that, you know, all the civilized countries we are in Norway, in the Scandinavia, they had the brutal dictators that put their people. In America, they fought brutal wars in order to maintain that discipline, needed discipline. For people now, generations coming now to abide and now liberalize the country. Do you understand? China is doing their own. It's working. They want to put everybody under control. That is why they have a unitary system. And still, they are achieving that civilization. Do you understand? But when you come to Africa, in Nigeria, talk to our people. Say, oh boy, I'm here, I'm free. You are free to do what you should not be free. You should be abiding by law and order. That is one thing. You know why Nigeria is a quagmire? Nobody abides by law and order. It's not going to be like this in Biafra land. And that is why we are starting today. Now, our leaders is training us or trained us in order to be disciplined, so that we build a viable civilization. Without discipline, you cannot build any viable civilization. It is anarchy. You do whatever you want, and I do whatever I want. No person talks to me. Now, what is the need of law and order? What is the need? You know, law is there in order to force everybody to a common goal, maintain equity. When you are, you know, if you are in a highway that the maximum speed is 110 or 120, they put things in order, they put radar, cameras, in order to detect you when you think that no person is seeing you. Radar is detecting you. Take your car number. The camera is there. If you now see where policemen are parked, you reduce your. They have seen you. Your ticket will come. You don't. No person talks to you. That is law and order. Because without that, law makes people to obey, to be disciplined, and to continue maintaining a standard, that civilization, the standard of civilization required by the state. That is it. There's nothing like that in our land. Nothing like that. Everybody is doing. You see, somebody will just commit a crime and because they have somebody in the high place, call will come from above and tell the IP, the officer in charge of the case, hey, leave that man. He want to come on, leave that man. I say anything. It doesn't matter anything he do, and they will just come and open. Maybe even he rape a child. Other will come up from above and say, leave him. How can you maintain a civilization with that type of mentality? It's impossible. We must continue. Let me continue. Europeans believe that modern civilization should be maintained through their system of democracy, which they are forcing on other parts of the world without regards to their peculiar values, while the Chinese are achieving the same civilization via unitary system. This is absurd, as maintaining the unity of Nigeria via stupidity and absurdity. Example, building naval headquarters in the desert of Kano. Do you understand? That is, you see what we are suffering. People are not talking about civilization in Nigeria. What they are talking, they are obsessed with the unity of Nigeria. Right from onset, unity. Even if it means building naval base in a desert, they did it just to maintain unity. To build a seaport in a desert, they call it dry port, is to maintain unity. Don't you think that I said this year? Is it yesterday? You know, it is only absurdity, stupidity, and foolishness that is used in maintaining unity of Nigeria. That is the only thing. Because if not, how can you build a naval base that where there is no water, but in a desert that only is more than is it not up to 1,000 kilometers to the nearest sea? Whereas you have the sea, seashores in the same country. See, they bordered with, not that they are landlocked. They have sea bothering them, but they will not build, because if they build it there, they say no, Nigeria will break. I want people to reason it, please. I'm talking about civilization here. Remember, the Fulani are not the only nomads in this world. I am telling you this. With the Fulani, they are not the only nomads going from one place to another. No. They are not the only nomads in this world. Why other pastoral nomads in other parts of the world look for pastures in arid zones, feed their animals, and quit to other places, the Fulani in Nigeria use their so-called nomadic pastoralism to penetrate the equatorial forests of our land purely for land grabbing and total conquest. Do you know that normally nomads don't have fixed habitation? Do you know that? But Fulani headsmen are bent on occupying and staying on people's lands without going out. When they tell you, where is this the piece of land, Logba? Are the Fulani going out there? Have they gone out since many years? They are still there, even they are encroaching in other lands. And they are telling you that they are nomads. They are not. They are using this thing in order to deceive. It's deception, the grand deception. Anywhere they are, anywhere they go, they just sit down there. Nomads don't do that. There are nomads in many parts of the world. I think I will bring it out. Countries where nomadic pastoralism is still a way of life. Let me give you some clues. We have in Kenya the communities such as the Mazi, the Samburu, the Turkana, the Pokots, and Somalis live in these dry areas and often move their animals from place to place, looking for areas with fresh pasture. They don't go one place and stay there a long time. No, that is nomads. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? They don't go to people's farms and no. They go after there, they quit. All of them, as they come, they move, they go to another place. In Iran, they have nomads in Iran. Do you understand? They have their 2% of each population living as nomadic pastoralists. Have you been hearing of a headsman clash in Iran? Farmer headers clash in Iran? Do you hear them? Because these are normal. They move out, they go to look for where, in arid areas, not in forest region. It is absurd. They go after as they come, all of them move with their animals, all of them. Does it happen in our land? They come, they take, before you know, they have Sadikin Fulani of that place. And you are telling me that they are nomads. What they are doing is simple land grabbing. They go there, once they stay there, they start committing terrorist activities in order to scare people out from the environs. And they will be bringing their brothers, they will be coming. Before you know it, in the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, houses will be springing out from there. They become indigenous people. That is what is happening. People, open your eyes. Our leader have been telling us what is happening in Nigeria is the Fulani civilization that they are forcing on everybody. Do you understand? They also have nomads in India. I'm telling you now, they have nomads in India. You know, in Iran, I think the nomads is it Balochistan? Balochistan, I think. That is it. In India, they have nomads. Approximately 1.2% of the country population is classified as nomadic pastoralists. 1 billion 300 and something million people. Calculate 1.2%. They are nomads. You don't hear farmer header clash. Do you hear? They are nomads. The pastoralists are mostly found in the hilly and arid parts of India. They keep animals like the Fulani. But they are different because these people, they are coming, what they are doing is to use their system to grab land. They are colonizing everybody. They are trying to impose their own civilization on the indigenous population. That is it. Also, another country they have nomads of Somalia. Somalia. Do you know that out of these 7, no, they didn't mention Nigeria. Somalia have nomads, real nomads. They have in Algeria too, Algeria. And they have in Nepal. They also have in Russia. Nomads. Do you always hear now, you've heard us farmers clash? For you to understand that the Fulani, what they are doing, it is different from reality. Do you understand? What their intent, they have an agenda. They are imposing their own version of civilization, their values to other people, to the indigenous population. They have in Russia, they have in Afghanistan. That is it. Normal, where they have numbers. They didn't mention Nigeria even. Because they know that the one in Nigeria, they are political nomads. it's not a real nomad. They are political nomads. People that are trying to impose their civilization to other parts of the country. That is the reality. So, are you going to be there now? You'll be, after being colonized by United Kingdom. Now, another black race is colonizing you. That is what is happening. And that is more catastrophic because you become confused. You know, when you see, Muslim, I laugh. I say, these people, we never even stand up from the colonialism, the European colonialism that we found ourselves. And now you are entering another one. Do you know that is the reason why the Fulani, they refused Western education? Because they have already embraced the Arabic system, Arabic religion. Now for them to also go back and take another ideology, European civilization and ideology, they see it, no boy, this one will bring confusion. In their land, they saw future. They resisted the British. They said, no. We the kings can bow down to you. And you'll be using us as your vassals. Indirect rule. But never venture into our population. There we will not allow it. Say you want to train them. We already have our civilization, Arabic civilization. If we enter into us with this your own religion and ideology, which means we'll be scattered people. That is why they maintain their own status quo. Do you understand? That is a civilization. They did what Japanese did. Japan refused the European ideology, the European version of religion. That is Christianity. They refuse it. Now you see our people that are I have freedom of worship. You know, our people, they take this republicanism to a very stupid level. I say you see people talking and you are watching a Homo erectus, a primitive Neanderthal speaking, ignorance speaking, and you are watching. In ignorance, speaking. But here we try to repair our brains because this is the basis of our problems. Please, this is the basis of our problem. Stop hiding in the cloak of we have to I can do anything I want. You can't control me. No, you should be controlled. You're a human being. You should be controlled. Are you feeding me? Are you the person that pay my transport? Must somebody pay your transport for you to be controlled? Is that what you mean? Let us be reasonable sometimes. We are fighting for a viable system, a civilization that will last forever as long as this world exists. So stop bringing anarchy, covering it with one useless sentiment or another. Okay. Normally, nomads don't have fixed habitation, but Fulani headsmen are bent on occupying and staying on people's lands without going out. It is no more nomadism, but forceful land grabbing. They are trying to fulfill Ottoman Danfodio's wish of Fulanizing all the indigenous population of Nigeria. This is imposing the Fulani civilization on every other indigenous population. Let me come again. Civilization involves society, that is social. Society and organization. These are the two words. It's not individualism or individuals or personal progress. It's not civilization. That is what I used to say here every time. For you coming to expose or showcase your riches as a person, it doesn't make you civilized. Do you understand me? When you be considered civilized is if your society is civilized. Now because you are part of the society. Society, you congregation of people. You know, during the prehistoric time of human being, there was not, it's a survival of the fittest. The stronger becomes the right person. People, you know, any person that does something bad, the most strong person will just maybe can use a stone, break, squash his head, and he dies, and the others will grin and laugh and go their way. Because there was not civilization that time. It is the same thing like animals. You know, when you watch National Geographic, you watch the lions of Serengeti, the pride, you know, the group of lions. You see males. You see people who will father a male, father children, and one of them will become male because they have a hierarchy. A male will be in control. The predominant male will be in control of the whole pride. They will be moving. Now the children will be growing. A time will come when one of the children grows, the male child grows and becomes tough. He will challenge his father into fight because they have to take over. That is how human beings were before. Moving. Once he beats the lion, the other male lion, who was his father even? He pursued that one, and that one will go and die. You know, male lions, they die miserable deaths. Male lions, all male lions. Because one, they are pursued from the group. He cannot hunt because they can't hunt alone. Lions. It's only all these other jaguar and what do you call them? They can hunt separately. But lions. So human beings were like that. In a family, maybe a child will grow. They will be moving from place to place, hunter-gatherers. During the prehistoric time, when the male child grows up big in order to fight tough, maybe he can overthrow his father. If his father talk, he take a stone and squash the head of the father, and other female and little ones will be shivering with fear. He will be controlling them until a time civilization starts coming. People's brains start developing. All these things we are doing today, it didn't fall from heaven. It comes through the development of human brain. And I believe maybe in the next 1,000 years, people will be looking at this time as even a very primitive period. I'm telling you honestly. Because the way human beings will develop that time, it will be more far. I say in the next 1,000 years, 500 years. Do you understand me? That is how the world is. It's evolution. I believe it. Human beings are evolving. Maybe I don't know how that I know they are experimenting on this quantum physics about a flight that virtually disappear and appear anywhere he's been programmed with passengers. What you are doing as spiritual witches Now they are scientifically experimenting it. And I believe it's possible. Nothing is impossible in this world. Nothing is impossible. Because if you tell people living 1,000 years back that there will be a chunk of tons of plastic and ions, hundreds and thousands of tons of plastic and ions flying at 10,000, 20,000 feet above sea level with people inside being controlled, they will tell you, no, you have spoken anathema. Because that time they were primitive. So, if we are speaking now, what will happen maybe in the next 500 years? People will say, no, it cannot happen. Everything is impossible. They are developing human beings that can live inside the sea. Not even with a boat or a submarine, no. That have gills. They are secretly developing all these things. And it will happen in all those times. So what are we saying? I'm talking about civilization. It is not what we know about civilization is there. It never talk about individualism. It is about society, social, and organization. People being organized. That is why organization is the first thing. The ability to organize. When you are inorganizable, how do I put it? Inorganizable, I don't know whether it's correct. It doesn't matter. English is not my language. When people are inorganizable, they are highly primitive. There is no difference between them and cows. That is why when I look some people that are trying to bring problem in IPOB, now no person can talk to me. Now I will do what my mind tell me. I look at you, I say, look, these are ignoramus primitive Neanderthals. Because there is no human being. For you to be a proud human being, you must belong to a civilized society. Do you understand? It's not about you as an individual, because you are one of the components of the society. That is why civilization also, it mentions every time about society and organization. These are the key words. And these are the words we are lacking in our land. And these are the key words we are trying to imbibe in the mindset of our people to understand that these are the things, the most important things that we should be doing, not individualistic. Individualism, no. No. To maintain civilization, you must be organized. And to maintain organization, you must be disciplined. There are things that will not augur well to your own personal view or your own personality, but because of the societal stance, you are part of the society. Now you have to calm down and obey it. That is how it works. Don't you think that all these politicians in the civilized world, in Europe and America, do you think that they don't love money? Don't you think that they love to steal also public fund? But they can't do it. They can't. Not they won't. They can't because of the law. Because of the system that is being put in place in order to checkmate all these things. That is how it is. In our own land, everybody have a, oh, now talk to me. Oh, you go to Facebook. Now look at how it is. No person can talk to me. I'm talking truth. Do you know how many truths exist in this world? Do you know? Truth is uncountable. It depends on how you, it depends on the one you know, on the one you speak. Because if you want to speak the truth, complete truth, come and tell us your secret life. That's it. Because everybody has secrets. Come on air and tell us your secret, or go to Facebook and say, now I'm like this. Let him name only if I'm alone. You can't do it. But those are truths too. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. I'm telling you. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Let us focus on building a viable civilization. That is what we are doing here. We are learning the art of building viable civilization. Because our people were knocked down. Our people have been knocked down by the Fulani Caliphate using us as a cement in order to gum the blocks of Nigeria. That is the way they say it. Very insultive. That is why anywhere you go, you see go to Kafanchan, you see our people. They build heaven and earth there, and they are staying. Go to Zungeru, the same thing. After all, Azikiwe was born in Zungeru. Go anywhere in Nigeria, yeah, scatter. And they became prey. Every time you see them living in a fear. Because they can become targets. They never learn. They never learn. They prefer to live at least that artificial peace they give them. That is why the other day I preach about peace at all costs. You shouldn't have peace at all costs. Otherwise, you become the sacrificial lamb for that peace. That is what our people opt for. Living in peace, but in fear. No, don't. Hey, today is their Friday. I beg, don't come out to let us just sit down and keep quiet. If you make noise, they will come and burn our house. I beg. Another place. I beg. No talk, no talk. If we talk now, they can kill us. I beg, these people now. Let us be wise and remain peaceful. Until when are you going to remove yourself from this type of system? The good thing is we have antecedents, or is it precedent or antecedent? People that this thing happened to before us, the European Jewish, they passed through all this. They were scattered everywhere in Europe and even part of Asia and Africa. But every time they become targets, in every community they are. They always live in fear. They are successful. Anything they put hand, it become gold. It turns into gold. In a desert, they turn everything they put hand, it turns into gold. The community people used to jealous them. It's normal. They always live in perpetual fear, in artificial peace. Hey, what? Okay, even if they are doing their own salah, they are not Muslims, but they will go and make happy, contribute to make them happy. Any day they feel sad, they will come and slaughter them. Until they started reasoning, say no, we shouldn't continue like this, otherwise our race will be extinct. They were all over Europe. Do you know that till today, many Jews are still living, living, not as sojourners, as indigenous population in many parts of Arab countries, as citizens. Do you understand? In Iran, you are seeing Iran, Ahmadinejad, that is threatening fire and brimstone, that was threatening fire and brimstone against Jewish country, that is Israel. But there are Jews in Iran till today, Jewish community, that are Iranians, using Iranian passports. If they are traveling to Israel, they don't travel direct. They go through a third country and they don't have to have any stamp. They stamp their passport in a paper, another paper. Ordinary paper that put it so that their passport doesn't bear Israeli passport, their own land, the land of their ancestors. After they go back to if they tell you when they came to Iran, maybe during the time of Babylon, during the time of Persia, Artaxerxes, all those time, thousands of years back, but they are still referred to as Jewish in Iran. Oh, Chineke. Let us learn from these people. Let us learn from history. That is what I'm saying. We are talking about civilization. As I said, civilization always involves society and organization, not individualism or personal progress. Therefore, lacking societal organization is lacking civilization. Do you understand that? Or simply put, you are primitive. That is primitivity. One of the definitions of a society is an aggregate of people living in organized community. Every time organization It is highly important. It is not individualistic. Now, don't tell me who are you to inform me? Who is Chike Doziem to talk to me? Who is him? I will only listen to Mazi Namdekano. Who you? Because you are primitive. You understand? You are primitive. Disciplined to follow law and order. You are primitive. Social means living naturally in groups or communities. That is social. That is why you refer to bees as social insects. A civilized group of people is characterized by being socially and technologically advanced. That is what you call a civilized group of people. You know, when they say the civilized world, others are not civilized. And it's true. It is not that don't we have skyscrapers in Africa? In Nigeria, we have skyscrapers at least. But why is it that they will refer to you as you are not civilized? Because it is the character in you, no law and order. You land in Murtala Mohammed Airport. From there, you start experiencing what is primitivity. You start immediately. You know that you have entered into a primitive world. It's not about the building, no. It's about the characters of people. That is it. There is no civility. Everybody, no law and order. You become afraid because no protection. Any person that is going to do that is supposed to walk, even stamping your passport, he is begging for, you have to pay him. He will beg you. You will pay. Somebody, even to do his job that is being paid every month for, you have to square him, roger him before you do it. That is primitivity. Do you understand? Societal advancement means social progress, which is the change or advancement of major conditions of societies and people's lives in a direction considered to be desirable based on prevailing values and goals of development. Once you're able to be providing, organize the society, being able to provide the basic amenities, now is a civilized society. Do you think it's easy to pay welfare? You know, be able to govern people, pay people that genuinely need work but they don't have a job for the meantime. They have problems. Now, government is able to remove money to be paying them. They don't have work yet. Disabled people, they are able to be receiving salary. People that are not able to work. All the people that even don't have siblings to take care of them. Now they are kept in a place, taking care of them, that they are human beings. Do you think all these facets, all this type of people, you don't even talk about it in our land? You don't talk about them. You see an old man or a woman or people now, out of primitivity, they will refer to him as a witch. He's a witch or a wizard. And they will leave him to die. And the people are religious. The worst part of it that used to pain me is that in Nigeria, in our land, people are highly religious. But people are rotten. Morally rotten. I cannot even understand it. And there I see and conclude that religion doesn't make you a better person. Take it to the banks. What makes you a better person is law and order. Law. If religion could have made the Israelites a better people, God wouldn't have even sent the 10 Commandments. He would have been telling them, oh, maintain, as you worship me, remember, be good moral. Please, love your people, everybody. No law. Religion doesn't make you a better person. Can you hear it? What makes you a better person is law. That is why you see an armed robber in Nigeria today. If a travel now, enter Germany, stay there, he turn to a good person. He will no more rob. Because he know that if he go and rob, they will catch him. He will end up in jail. So it's better for him to cool down and look for work. Because there are cameras everywhere. There are informants, people, old men and women on top of story buildings reporting any movement. So police is working. There is no darkness. Everything is working. So law is there. Police cannot catch you and you bribe and you go. Or police will catch you, put you in jail, and somebody will call, maybe your brother or your friend in the police hierarchy, call and say, leave that person. It doesn't happen. That is law. It's what makes you, force you to be a good person. That is why when you see a very stupid or very big armed robber in Nigeria, if he travels to a civilized world, before you know it, when he come back, it's him that will be giving people advice. Please stop bad thing. Well, don't you ask why? Is he religious? Maybe when he was in Nigeria, he's a chief choir master. But that doesn't make him a good person. Let us stop deceiving ourselves, please. Religion doesn't make you a good person or a better person, because they appeal to your moral. What makes you a better person is law, application of law. When you see the repercussion of doing something bad, you don't do it. Because if you do it, you face the repercussion. But religion, we appeal to your conscience. You know, the way they preach every time in Nigerian churches. Oh, politicians, we appeal to your conscience. Are you not human beings? Even in mosques. These are people of Allah. You people should change your mind and do Nigerians good governance. Give them good governance. When I look at them, I say, no, you people are even part of the problems. Because these people, they are mischievous. They understand the truth, but they don't want to say it. They don't want to tell the truth. Religion never makes you a good person, a better person. What makes you a better person, it forces you to be a better person, is law and nothing more. Law. Nothing more. This appealing to your conscience, you can't go nowhere with it. Otherwise, God wouldn't have been giving them law, giving the Israelis law. He tells them, if a child disobeys the parents, as far as you have a witness, come stone him to death. If you have a lesbian or homosexual, as far as you have a witness or witnesses that saw them doing the thing, stone them to death, cast the stone and to hell with them. That is law. So that when people now see the repercussions of the work or their action, they will not venture it. They turn a new leaf by force. They better look for other ways. Haven't you? How many people you know that we are very bad people before in Nigeria, in your neighborhood, but now they travel. They're in Germany. They're in Spain. When they come back, you see, oh, they turn good people. They didn't turn because they go Germany or Spain, start attending to deeper life. No, they know now. They see another type of life where law works, so law and order. That is civilization. To maintain civilization, you must be disciplined. It is sure you cannot be different. Do you understand this? Do you understand it? The basis for a civilized society is enlightenment. The basis. Here, politicians, they are getting away with everything because they are dealing with very primitive set of people. It's only minorities that are enlightened, very little minority, and they are powerless. If majority of people are enlightened, no, politicians will run away from wherever they are. Look at the SARS protests. Why they couldn't succeed? Because they were not matured enough. They were not civilized enough in order to overcome this ethnic bigotry. That is why the politicians used it. They know it's a weak point. They used it. Comrades now started turning against each other. Infighting started. They say, if it's like that, I beg, I stop. We are no more going. Now the politicians, you see Jagaban come out. Somebody that have run away to France. He fly down immediately, say the thing is working on. It's enlightenment. Enlightenment surpasses even your religious belief. You see things in a different way. No person can get you with any other ideology because you have your enlightened ideology. That is what it means to be enlightened. Is the basic of civilization. The basis for a civilized society is enlightenment. The Europeans had it. That is why they went for enlightenment. The age of enlightenment, the time when the Europeans they started removing all those superstitions that limited them, that limited their wisdom, their knowledge. And after enlightenment, you know, the entire era of discovery, science, discovery, steam engine. People now unleash their natural talent of brains, what God gave to them upstairs, because there is nothing again to push it down. Do you see it? That is how it goes. But in Nigeria, you can never achieve that, because you are being suppressed. The Fulani is suppressing you with their own version of civilization. They want to impose on you about their version of civilization. That is why I saw somebody, one boy, I think he's from either Delta or Edo, making drones. He said talk, no support, because people are not civilized enough in order to invest in this type of technology advancement. What they are looking is, how can we help this person? Where did he come from? Oh, he's a Biafran. No, he's a Southerner. Tomorrow he will build a factory and the Southerners will get a job. They said no. They fall, and instead they leave him. A Finnish company from Finland came and they took him direct, and he's now in Finland. Do you see how things work? We have no same value. It's impossible to go the same civilization. It's impossible. Without enlightenment, there will be no cohesion in thinking, which will in turn negatively affect governance as in Nigeria today. Without enlightenment, you are going nowhere. That is why our leader took it as a duty every day. Before, he was speaking to the world morning and evening. And that is why this Radio Biafra become addictive. If you don't listen to it, you feel that you are missing something. Because he's trying to, impute enlightenment into the brains of people by revealing things, telling people the realities. How, when something, truth is mathematical. Once it's preached, now you go make your research, you see that what this man is saying is true too. We are ignorant before. Do you understand? Some of the attributes of civilized people are politeness, tolerance, discipline, and respect to the law. Because civil, you see, civil means cautious, and polite. Courteous and polite. That is the meaning of civil. When you hear civil servant, a civilian, these are what they mean. But you don't think deep about it. Some of the attributes of civilized people are politeness, tolerance, discipline, and respect to the law. Do you hear him? Do you hear he say discipline and respect to the law? Nigeria, we don't have all these things. People don't respect the law. There is no politeness. There is no discipline. And the people are trying to bring that indiscipline in IPOB. It's never allowed. Because indiscipline destroys civilization. Failure of civilization always starts when the elites become very selfish and loose. Do you understand? Failure of governance is dependent on the failure of the civil society. Yes. Because an irresponsible government depends on an irresponsible civil society. Look at Nigeria now. They first of all destroyed the civil society so that there will be no cohesion in holding the politicians responsible. They will tell you everybody to your tent. Oh, just do your thing. Just do your thing. Oh. Don't mind any. If you want to protest because you are in this is Delta. It is happening in Enugu, so it doesn't concern you. They divided the people. That is why Nigeria belongs to the politicians. Do you understand? Therefore, civilization is the key. And that is what we preach here. And that is what we continue maintaining. So that our people, we shall enter and restore a nation, a civilized nation. You can never be civilized, or you can never civilize a nation unless you yourself, you are civilized. Do you understand it? That is what we are doing here. This is where I'm going to stop. Because if I continue, it will take another hour, honestly speaking. Therefore, I will stop here. And I will go on a few minutes breaks. When I come back, I will open the lines. I will be right back.
Ọ nọ n'ugwu gee ntị, ọ nọ na ndịda gee ntị, ọ nọ n'ụra teta hie aka n'anya, n'ihi na agha mara ọkwa anaghị eri nwa ngwọrọ. Anyị onwe anyị bụ the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB n'aha mkpirikpi, n'okpuru onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike, agbawodike izuzu agbagharị ya nke mbụ n'ala Afrịka, ji ohere a na-ekele imirikiti imi ndị Biafra niile ndị kwadoro anyị n'oge emere sit at home nke ụbọchị Mọnde, ndị hụrụ nọ na oziọma Nnamdi akpọtela ha n'ọra. Anyị na-ekele unu, anyị na-ekpupụrụ n'okpu, anyị na-asị jidenụ nke unu ji, anyị ji unu eje mba. Ihe dịka unu akọla anyị, ma onye ọbụla gee ntị, anyị ji ohere a na-eme ka ọha na eze mara na ndị Biafra niile mara, ndị nọ n'ala Biafra na ndị nọ na mba ofesi, ka ha gee ntị ghọta na ihe banyere ịnọrọ ala, onye agala ọrụ, onye apụla ezi, nke bụ sit at home a na-enwe ụbọchị Mọnde niile, abụrụla ihe etila kpọm ugbu a, nke bụ full stop. Anyị ji ohere a na-ekele unu ọzọkwa na unu bụ dike, bụ ndị tipụtara onwe ha ọnya ịkwụ onye isi anyị na ndị IPOB n'azụ. Anyị na-eme ka unu mara na sit at home ọbụla anyị ga-enwe, dịka anyị mere ya n'abalị 14 nke ọnwa iteghete a bụ Saboteurs Day, na anyị mere ka mba niile mara na a ga-enwe ya. Nke ọbụla anyị ga-enwe, anyị ga-eme ka unu mara ya. Onye ọbụla dọrọkwa aka na ntị. Otu anyị mechiri sit at home a, anyị tile kpọm, onye ọbụla garanụ na-aga amali ndị mmadụ, amaja ndị mmadụ, na-eyija ndị mmadụ, anyị jide onye ahụ, anyị ga-akọrọ ya nkwa ike. Anyị ga-agwa ya na usoro gada bụ egwu mmụọ. Aka anyị esoghị ya, n'ihi na ụfọdụ ewerela ya na-eji awakpo ndị mmadụ, na-ezu ohi, na-eme ihe niile dị iche iche, abịa ewere n'anya ya n'isi ndị IPOB na ESN. Ọzọkwa, onye ọbụla dọrọ aka na ntị, ihe anyị na-ekwu metụtara nwoke, metụta nwaanyị. Sit at home a na-enwe ụbọchị Mọnde niile abụrụla ihe bịara na njedebe ka ọ dị ugbu a. Mgbe ọbụla anyị ga-enwe sit at home, anyị ga-eme ka unu mara. Ozi a si n'aka the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, nke gị onwe gị bụ otu n'ime ha, n'okpuru onye ndu anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike 1 nke ala Biafra, na dike dị ọra mma, ọ nụrụ ka ala ibe. Unu chetakwa na agha mara ọkwa adịghị eri nwa ngwọrọ. Atụọrọ ọmara ya amara, mana atụọrọ ofeke ya efebe isi n'ọhịa. Ndewonu. Chukwu okike abịa ma gọzie unu niile maka ige ntị ihe dịka unu akọla anyị. My country people of Biafra, una well done know how una dey. I know say everybody dey kampe. Abeg make una listen to this very important pro announcement where they come from the indigenous people of Biafra. under the leadership of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, alias Ohamadike and Abawodike Izuzu one of Biafra land. First, we dey thank una well, all Biafrans wey dey for diaspora and for Biafra land inclusive. For how una tanda for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back observe this Monday sit at home. It don show say this in gospel. They don't write them for everybody heart now. As the Bible say, time go come when the gospel they no go write them for tablet again of our heart. And now so the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they don't write them for our heart. Everybody now don't know the truth. Now make una follow them. Say unless they release them, issue nagege bunu. Whether rain they fall, whether sun they shine, where una stand, now where una stand. And true, no na papa born una well. The blood of una papa will be from Biafra. They flow for una vein. We dey thank una well. We dey come up our car for una wherever una dey. Both to men, both to women, both to children, both to pikin. In short, who I go call yourself? Everybody we dey thank una. But I beg, make una listen. You know, say this time when we don't enter. Na injury time. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, don't talk and say no more Monday sit at home. Nobody go come himself again for house for Monday. Everybody go and work. Anytime where we want to sit at home, like the one where we do for 14 September this month, will be Saboteur's Day, we go Helena and everybody. No more Monday sit at home. Una no say some people don't turn the thing to another thing. Then they gidigba come killing some people. They come, they call them ESN and IPOB. All these ones na evil men. We no fall at all. I beg. The ear, where they hear, you know big like Nama ear or elephant ear. The sit at home, we don't pause them. As our Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ohamadike one, Abawodike Izuzu, Abagariaya, they thank everybody for joining hands. Chukwu Kikabiama is a making bless you now. This message, they come from the indigenous people of Biafra. Anybody, where we catch, where we see, they intimidate people, they harass people, they do anything. Say na Monday sit at home, na IPOB they do. If we catch you, we go tell you, say, no be only hot water, they kill tortoise. You get so many things where they kill tortoise. Here and now, because I know say, una be wise people. To be forewarned, not to be forearmed. We love una. Kachineke neziokwu.
Keep us together. Living in a world, it's a struggle to stay in mind. One love, keep us together.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you via the auspices of Radio Biafra London. We must continue. Before I open my lines, I want to read this press release by the IPOB press release, please. We have no hand in the murder of our friend and human rights lawyer, Barrister Darlington Odume, that is IPOB. We, the indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by our great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, distances ourselves from the gruesome murder of a legal practitioner, Barrister Darlington Chume Odume, popularly known as Omekago, who was murdered in Amifekolo, Imo State, by the state-sponsored group known as Unknown Gunmen. Contrary to allegations by those bent on demonizing IPOB, IPOB has no hand in the cruel and unconscionable killing of Barrister Darlington Chume Odume. Those perpetrating these murderous activities in Imo State and other parts of Biafra land are doing so just to implicate IPOB and the Eastern Security Network, ESN. We have severally explained that we have no hands in these gruesome killings in Biafra land, but some do not want to believe us. IPOB is a non-violent and peaceful movement with presence in over 100 countries. We are only after the peaceful restoration of Biafra. Killings are not part of our mandate. Those committing These heinous crimes only do so to possibly implicate us and destroy our global image, but we are innocent. The Nigeria Bar Association, NBA, should not be deceived by Nigeria Police and DSS with their false media propaganda. It makes no sense for IPOB to go after lawyers or journalists, for instance, assuming we are to be violent. These two professionals are rather the best of our friends, as they are the ones at our rescue in our quest for justice. We will never contemplate hurting anyone belonging to either of these noble professions, or any profession for that matter. Lawyers have been helping this struggle and facilitating the release of our people in different parts of Nigeria. They put their lives at risk for our sake, and there is no way we can sensibly reciprocate this rare gesture by going after them. It is an irony and most illogical. Those linking us with this barbarity should please look for a non-intelligent script, a more intelligent script rather. IPOB cannot come down too low by killing our lawyers, journalists, and human rights groups and persons. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. Our lines are now open. Our direct line, as usual, is +1 213 328 6224 +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Do not forget that come Monday, by the special grace of Chukwuke, I will be here on interactive section with Mazi Chinasaworu. Therefore, as I said, our lines are now open, and you can call in order to make your submission. But remember, the topic of my submission today is civilization. We must continue.
Together.
I have the first caller on Signal, please. Welcome to the program, Mazi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi. Thank you so much for picking my call. I am Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria, and by the special grace of Elohim Chukwuka Biama, I am the IPOB Austria National PRO. Mazi Jonathan, may Chukwuka Biama bless you, my brother. Your analysis this evening is so wonderful, and God Elohim has been using you just the way our leader has been trying to teach us things that we've been seeing before. But we are ignorant of those things until our leader begins to open our eyes to begin to see these things that we can be able to see. When we see those things before, we see it as normal. But today, things have turned around. Our people have begun to see the truth. My prayer always goes that Elohim Chukwuka Biama, who created heaven and earth, will keep on protecting our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the hands of these animals, these DSS in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria.
See?
Almighty will uphold him and keep on confusing his enemy. Anytime they gather to think evil, Almighty Elohim Chukwuka Biama, please set confusion on them. That the same hand they want to use to poison our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Elohim Chukwuka Biama, let them put their hand in their mouth unknowingly.
He said,
I can't see how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not done anything wrong. All he's asking is the freedom of his own people. That I don't want my people to keep on suffering in this country called Nigeria. We the Biafrans are living in Nigeria like even third-class citizens are more better than us. All we do when we grow up and finish in our education system, we run away out of the country. Many of us are dying in desert. Many are dying in Mediterranean Sea because we are looking for survival while our land is full of milk and honey. This is only the crime this man has committed, that he said no to all this nonsense, that our people will begin to come back home to make sure that our sisters at home also will begin to get their husbands to marry them, because as we are traveling outside the country, most of us are migrating, we are marrying from the country we found ourselves, while our own women, they have no husband anymore. This nonsense must stop. We are coming back home, and anybody who is on our way on this Biafra restoration, we don't care. It doesn't matter if you are my mother, if you are my father. It doesn't matter whom you are, as long as you are on the way trying to take away this freedom we are asking for. I swear before Chukwu Kikapiama, we will destroy you beyond. Even trailer jam you is even more better for you. Because this nonsense must stop, Mazi. We cannot continue to allow these evil people to keep on ruling our lives. We can't continue. One is Biafra restoration. Full stop. No going back. Nobody can stop us. Mazi, according to your analysis this evening, our people have now begun to see that all these things these evil politicians have been doing to every 4 years, you will see them, they will run into the market and begin to buy okra and egusi and obono. After we came out to vote for them, we will not see these people again until the next 4 years. The road we voted them to build for us, they cannot build the road. They cannot build hospitals for us. They cannot build good schools for us. They cannot even normal work, civil servants that are working. They don't pay their salary. Some of them 3 years, 6 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months. They are not paying them. And these people want us to come to vote for them again. It is impossible. We can never ever do that rubbish again. Enough of this nonsense. And I'm calling our people. Yes, man. Thank you. I'm running up, my brother. I am calling our people in Anambra that this time around we are not going to vote anybody as a governor of Anambra State, because the one who voted before we see no change. Road from Onitsha to Oka, nobody can drive on that road. But we vote somebody for 8 years. A road that leads to a capital of Anambra State, you cannot drive it. And somebody is calling us to come and vote again. It is impossible. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
You,
and I want to use the opportunity to thank our brothers and sisters here in Austria. Austria and IPOB, we are formidable. We are doing the needful. I want to thank all of you that came out for the last protest we have. And we still have another one coming up. Immediately the date is approved, we will let you know. And my greetings goes also to my national coordinator, Mazi Omumere, and his deputy, Mazi Weke. May God bless you people for your good works, and may Elohim bless you, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Remain blessed. Thank you. Caller on. Sorry. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Thank you for holding on. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, I can hear you.
Welcome.
I can hear you right. I can hear you right clear. Mazi Chinedu. My name is Chinedu. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Welcome to the
program. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I wish to thank you for all you've been doing. Thank you for all your effort and analysis every day. You're so wonderful. You're so awesome, honestly. We thank God. And may Chukwu Kikadam also bless you and your family.
And you too.
Bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And bless all other representatives. May God Almighty bless them. I just called this afternoon to inform you that I called Mr. Joe, Dr. Joe. So he didn't pick his call. Then I called him on WhatsApp. Then he didn't pick the call. Then I sent him a text, and he replied to the text and said that he had been replying, trying to exonerate himself that he's not responsible, it's not true that he's sacking our brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Well, that is it. Yeah, he replied. Then I advised him even to call Radio Biafra.
Yes.
I advised him to call Radio Biafra to exonerate himself.
That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can forward the chat to you.
No problem. Let him call.